latest U.S. Census counted 1.1 million Mexicans in metropolitan Chicago. That's second only to Los Angeles. But when it comes to Mexican food, Chicago is second to none. The proof is in this open-air market and in the creation of this chef. Rick Bayless is a world-renowned authority on authentic Mexican cuisine. He's also a genius in the kitchen and one of the most awarded and legendary food talents in America. He owns many restaurants, including Topolobampo and Frontera Grill. But this is his newest, Xoco. Xoco is Rick's love letter to Mexican street food. This is probably the most insanely popular restaurant to hit this town since one of your other two restaurants.
You know, I just make food I want to eat. That's what it's really all about.
Which is incredible
I was in the mood for street food, and so I decided to do a place that was inspired by street food.
Note that word, inspired. Rick isn't just copying Mexican food, he's creating something new.
I do Mexican food, but I do Mexican food with locally grown ingredients, so our food's going to taste different than the food that you get in Guadalajara or Mexico City or Oaxaca, but we're cooking from the same spirit, the same heart.
So the Mexican-style bread is from a local Italian baker, and the fresh goat is from a farm in downstate Illinois.
The thing that I really love about goat is that it's got a richness of flavor like baby lamb, but then it's got this sweetness of pork.
This is so good. There's always that hint with goat that you know you're not eating lamb. It's just almost like a little slightly minerally aftertaste that I just adore. Mexican street food includes thick, hearty soups where a little is meant to keep you going a long time. Rick starts with a simple theme and riffs on it like a Chicago jazz man, adding a salsa, chipotle and garlic, sugar and vinegar.
So you've got the hot, the sweet, and the tangy all together in this one salsa, and that is the flavor that gets added to this broth. And then we're doing some braised pork belly that, that it goes into the wood-burning oven and gets really crisped up, and that goes on the top of the soup. I'm doing the chef thing here just to taste the broth first. That's what I'm looking for.
The broth is just sticky with collagen. Earthy, sour, sweet, woodsy.
And you want that kind of thing to be satisfying. And if you've got that richness of broth, it means that when you finish your bowl of noodles, that you're completely satisfied.
Rick learned his craft from years of crisscrossing every region of Mexico. But when he needs a quick refresher course, he comes here. Every Sunday in the shadow of city skyscrapers, immigrants from every part of Mexico do their shopping and eating in a 100-year-old former Jewish flea market. Maxwell Street Market has grown and changed along with the city. It was started at the turn of the last century by Jewish immigrants from Russia. Next came the Polish immigrants, then African Americans coming up from the south. Over the years, the city moved the market away from its original home to various locations until it came to Des Plaines Street. But the name remains the same, and now it's immigrants from Mexico taking a turn adding their new flavors to Chicago's melting pot. Tacos de lengua, cabeza, barbacoa.
We've got a lot of the innard stuff going on here, too. Hola, buenos dias.
At Arroyos, for example, they serve manteleo. That's lamb stomach sausage. You just don't find this at your typical Tex-Mex taco stand. And there's a reason it comes with lots of jalapenos. If you're really not into the business end of the intestinal tract from the lamb and it's a little too much for you, you can bite down on something else and take that feeling away. Lamb tripe has a very, very gamey barnyard sort of quality to it that nothing is going to take. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Just like Rick, these vendors are finding more of their ingredients closer to home. Because authentic Mexican herbs and peppers and breads are being grown and baked and made in the USA. In fact, some traditional Mexican cooking is more available here than in Mexico City. Like the Tacos El Pastor at Ruby's Food Stall.
You know what I love about this particular stall is they make these great handmade tortillas that are thick, like the kind that you will find when you go out into the countryside in Mexico.
He's roasting that with coal.
With charcoal. Because you know most of the Tacos El Pastor spits are done like gyros in front of a gas one.
Yeah.
But this guy's got this beautiful contraption that has a vertical spit in front of charcoal.
Yeah, looks handmade.
He's marinated it with some pineapple and red chili.
Don't let the makeshift look fool you. These These street vendors are creating great food, mostly from scratch.
And what a lot of people don't know about Chicago is that we have the greatest concentration of artisanal tortilla factories in the world.
Yep, he said it, in the world.
I don't know how it happened here. And in this town, all of the restaurants make all their own handmade tortillas.
Yeah.
Try to find that anywhere else. Try to find that in Mexico City.
Yeah.
This is the real deal.
What makes this one the real Taco Salvo story?
The meat's not cut too thin. It's got a really nice marinade, but the marinade does not overpower it.
This is crazy good. I mean, you can taste in that sauce all the seeds and the sweet spices. This is just one of many flavors I don't usually find outside Mexico. No wonder America's expert on Mexican food loves hanging out at Maxwell Str.